course, in the mid-1970s. My main connection with Kootenay is that my father was the first commanding officer, and I sailed as a 9-year-old boy in 1959 from Montreal to Halifax after Kootenay and other warships had escorted the Queen and President Eisenhower in opening the St. Lawrence Seaway. I learned a bit of semaphore from the signalman, but my one vivid recollection of that sailing was being on the helm, in the wheelhouse, and having a difficult time staying on the ordered course. The officer of the watch piped down, "Who's steering the ship?" To which the quartermaster replied, "The captain's son." To which the officer of the watch replied, "Carry on." My father loved the ship, and our home had many pictures of her and Kootenay's badge proudly and prominently displayed until the end of his days. 2010 was the 100th anniversary of the Royal Canadian Navy, and the motto for that occasion was commemorate, celebrate, and commit. And those words and those actions are most fitting for us here today. So here on the shores of Halifax Harbor, the home port for Kootenay for many years, we commemorate those Kootenays who died tragically in the service of their country. We commemorate their shipmates who still hurt and grieve. And we commemorate the families of the fallen and of the survivors. But as well, we celebrate the firefighting and damage control achievements and ship design changes made as a result of that accident. And we celebrate the strength of the Kootenay family and their strong bond of brotherhood. And finally, we commit to never forgetting the sacrifices made, and we commit to the never-ending search for improving safety for those who go down to the sea in ships. Sailors in a ship quickly become a family, especially on an overseas deployment. The ship's company, the ship's family, enjoy and take pride in the successes of the ship's activities, evolutions, and combat readiness. But going to sea can be inherently dangerous, and the 23rd of October 1969 was a horrible day at sea. However, even coping with the loss of life, the explosion brought out the best of the Kootenay Ship's Company as they heroically saved their ship, as a team and as a family. As a family then, they suffered, but leaned on each other for support. And as a family, to this day, they still suffer, and they still depend on one another. We shall never forget their fallen shipmates or the toll this disaster took on the survivors and their families. But since that awful day, the Kootenay family continued to proudly emblazon their ship's motto of "We are as one." They are a remarkable group of sailors, and I salute you, your families, and your fallen shipmates.